nobody can believe it. Nobody can actually believe that it's been 100 shows. The fact that the six of us all like each other so much, and we all do practical jokes on each other all the time anyway, so that by the time we get to Friday night and we're taping the show, anything goes, and I think that shows on the show.
Night Court carved a niche for itself in the 1980s television landscape with its clever blend of comedy and courtroom drama. Among the memorable ensemble was Markie Post, whose portrayal of public defender Christine Sullivan won hearts and brought depth to the courthouse's antics. Beyond her professional prowess, Post's character was involved in scenes that pushed boundaries and sparked discussions, leaving an indelible mark on the show's legacy. As we dive into the layers of her role, the impact it had, and mouth-dropping facts about the show, join FactsVerse as we present Markie Post left nothing to the imagination in her Night Court scene. The creation of Night Court. The journey to the inception of Night Court is marked by inspiration drawn from the bustling and unpredictable life of New York City's judicial system after dark. The creative mind behind the show, Reinhold Weege, found himself captivated by the stories and peculiarities that unfolded in the Manhattan Night Court. Weege, already seasoned in the realm of television comedy thanks to his work on Barney Miller, sought to capture the essence of these nocturnal legal proceedings where the ordinary meshed with the bizarre, forming the bedrock for what would become a beloved sitcom. The concept for Night Court crystallized during a period when Weege sat alongside real New York City Night Court judges. These experiences, coupled with tales from the judicial trenches, painted a vivid picture of a world ripe for comedic exploration. The Night Court was a place where the city's heartbeat could be felt most intensely, pulsating with the lives of those who found themselves before the bench after sundown. This environment, teeming with unique characters and situations, provided a fertile ground for Weege's creative vision. Weege envisioned Night Court as a show that would not just entertain, but offer a window into the eccentricities of nighttime legal proceedings. He was intrigued by the idea of a judge who, though a figure of authority, carried an air of nonconformity and eccentric charm. The judge would not only preside over the cases brought before him, but also navigate the complexities of human nature that the Night Court invariably drew in. In crafting the show, Weege was particularly inspired by the operational challenges and moral dilemmas faced by the real judges of the Night Court. These elements of real-life judicial work, combined with Weege's flair for comedy, laid the groundwork for Night Court to become a show that blended humor with moments of genuine human connection. The Night Court, with its array of oddball cases and even more peculiar defendants, was the perfect setting for exploring themes of justice, empathy, and the endless variety of urban life. The creation of Night Court was a process steeped in the pursuit of an ensemble that could breathe life into its unique blend of courtroom comedy and drama. Central to this endeavor was the casting of key characters whose portrayals would become iconic in American sitcom history. The role of Judge Harold T. Stone, the unconventional and magic-loving judge, required an actor who could balance eccentricity with endearing warmth. Harry Anderson, known for his work as a magician and guest appearances on Saturday Night Live, emerged as an unlikely but perfect choice. His real-life interest in magic and his naturally charismatic presence provided the character with authenticity and a sense of whimsy. Anderson's casting was serendipitous. A producer of Night Court had seen him perform a magic trick involving sticking a needle through his arm on SNL and was captivated by his blend of humor and charm. This, paired with Anderson's affable, offbeat demeanor, made him an ideal fit for the role, embodying Judge Stone's love for the peculiar and profound. John Larroquette was brought in to play the role of prosecutor Dan Fielding, a character whose lasciviousness and sharp wit required an actor capable of delivering lines with impeccable timing and a touch of roguish charm. Larroquette, who had prior acting experience but had not yet found a breakout role, impressed the creators with his ability to infuse the character with both sleaze and sophistication. His portrayal of Fielding brought depth to what could have easily been a one-dimensional character, turning Dan Fielding into a beloved, if morally ambiguous, figure within the Night Court universe. The role of the public defender on Night Court proved to be one of the most challenging to cast, resulting in a revolving door of actresses before Markie Post secured the part. Initially, Gail Strickland and then Paula Kelly were cast in the role in early episodes, each bringing their own interpretation to the character. But the creators felt the chemistry and dynamic within the courtroom ensemble needed refinement. Ellen Foley then took over the role, offering a spunky and spirited portrayal that hinted at the direction the creators wanted to take. Despite Foley's talents, the search for the ideal actress to embody the public defender's blend of intelligence, compassion, and comedic timing continued. It was not until Markie Post joined the cast that the role of the public defender found its definitive portrayal. Post, who had been tied up with other commitments during the initial casting process, brought a charismatic and nuanced performance to the character of Christine Sullivan. Her ability to hold her own against the eccentricities of the night court, coupled with her comedic and dramatic range, finally gave the series the balance it sought in the courtroom dynamics. Markie Post's arrival marked the end of the search and the beginning of a tenure that would see the public defender's role become an integral part of the night court legacy. The making of a hit. When Night Court first graced the television landscape in the early 80s, it found itself in a competitive arena, vying for attention amidst a plethora of sitcoms. But what set Night Court apart was its unconventional setting, a Manhattan municipal court presided over by the young, unorthodox Judge Harry T. Stone. This setting became the crucible for a comedic alchemy that blended the mundane with the absurd, creating a show that resonated with audiences looking for laughter with a side of irreverence. As episodes aired, Night Court carved out its niche, bringing viewers into its nocturnal world where the bizarre was commonplace. Its inclusion in NBC's must-see TV lineup was both a recognition of its growing popularity and a catalyst for its further success. Positioned alongside heavyweight classics like Cheers and The Cosby Show, Night Court benefited from this primetime exposure, attracting a wider audience and securing its place in television lore. The secret sauce of Night Court's success lay in its unique comedic tone. At a time when sitcoms often relied on formulaic plots and predictable laughter, Night Court dared to venture into uncharted comedic territories. It struck a delicate balance, weaving together slapstick humor, witty banter, and a penchant for the peculiar. This blend not only set it apart from its contemporaries, but also allowed it to explore a broader range of themes and scenarios, from the fantastical to the surprisingly touching. Central to the show's success was its cast of characters, led by the charismatic yet unconventional Judge Harry T. Stone, played by Harry Anderson. Judge Stone's unorthodox methods and genuine compassion for the people who appeared in his courtroom provided a fresh perspective on the role of the judiciary.
A mind melt. Oh, come on, get real, guys. Star Trek is a TV show, for criminy sakes. I'm gonna fine you each $30 and I suggest you stop living with your parents.
His courtroom was a magnet for the oddballs of the night, and the cases brought before him ranged from the hilarious to the heartwarming. This environment allowed the show to oscillate between moments of absurdity and sincerity, giving Night Court a multidimensional appeal that kept viewers coming back for more. Alongside Judge Stone was a diverse ensemble of characters, each contributing their own quirks and idiosyncrasies to the show's dynamic. From Dan Fielding's antics to Roz Russell's no-nonsense attitude, the characters of Night Court were multidimensional and flawed, allowing the show to dive into themes of redemption, loneliness, and the search for belonging with authenticity and humor. Night Court was a show that thrived on memorable moments and episodes that left an indelible mark on its audiences. From cases involving a man convinced he was a werewolf to disputes over the ownership of a winning lottery ticket found in a dead man's suit, the show consistently delivered stories that were as engaging as they were humorous. But it wasn't just the regular cast that contributed to these memorable moments. Night Court became known for its parade of guest actors, ranging from up-and-coming talents to established stars, who brought their unique flair to the show's already vibrant tapestry. Among these, Mel Torme and Michael Richards stand out for their unforgettable contributions. Mel Torme, affectionately known as the Velvet Fog, appeared in several episodes, playing himself and becoming an object of Judge Stone's fanatical admiration. Torme's appearances were a clever intertwining of reality and fiction, providing some of the show's most endearing moments. His interactions with the cast, especially Harry Anderson, showcased a harmonious blend of respect, humor, and genuine warmth. Before Michael Richards became a household name as Kramer on Seinfeld, he guest starred in Night Court in a role that epitomized the show's embrace of the unconventional. Portraying a man who believed he was invisible, Richards delivered a performance that was not only hilarious, but also emblematic of Night Court's willingness to push the boundaries of sitcom comedy. His episode remains a standout, illustrating the show's capacity for blending humor with a touch of the surreal. In the landscape of 1980s television, Night Court emerged as a beacon of comedic innovation, a show that delighted in the absurd while never losing its heart. It was more than just a sitcom, it was a celebration of humor in all its forms, a show that invited viewers to laugh at the oddities of life while reminding them of the humanity that connects us all. Pushing boundaries. In the 1980s, a period known for its conservatism in mainstream American media, Night Court emerged not only as a comedic gem, but also as a pioneering force that subtly pushed the boundaries of what was expected and accepted in sitcom television. Unlike many of its contemporaries, Night Court ventured into uncharted territories, weaving narratives that were as unconventional as its setting, a courtroom that dealt with the city's nocturnal misfits. This daring approach enabled the show to explore themes and situations that were often overlooked or deemed too risque for primetime television, establishing Night Court as a trailblazer in its own right. Night Court thrived on its ability to weave edgy humor into the fabric of its storytelling. The show's writers adeptly tackled subjects like sex, divorce, and the eccentricities of urban life with a boldness that was both refreshing and provocative. This willingness to engage with such themes through a comedic lens allowed Night Court to resonate with an audience that appreciated humor that was not only funny, but also thoughtfully reflective of the complexities of human nature and societal issues. One standout example of the show's embrace of risque topics was Markie Post's memorable romantic scene in the series finale of the show. In episode 22, Post's character, Christine Sullivan, engages Judge Harry in a passionate and intimate moment, a situation that was audacious for network television at the time. The scene stands out not just for its boldness, but also for how it exemplified the show's adeptness at blending humor with slightly risque situations, pushing the envelope in a manner that was tasteful and humorous. While Night Court ventured into edgy territory, it also made a conscious decision to steer clear of heavy-handed treatment of serious issues and overt political correctness. This was not due to a lack of awareness or sensitivity, but rather a deliberate choice to create a space where viewers could find respite from the often grave tone of the evening news or the moralizing of other primetime offerings. The show's creators understood the value of levity and escapism, especially in a medium often dominated by more solemn content. As such, Night Court crafted a unique comedic identity that celebrated the absurdity and unpredictability of life. The show's humor was inclusive, inviting viewers from all walks of life to laugh at the shared follies and foibles of its characters. This approach not only broadened its appeal, but also underscored the universal power of comedy to unite people across different backgrounds and belief. But Night Court's commitment to pushing boundaries wasn't without its challenges. The show's unconventional content and approach occasionally drew criticism and raised eyebrows among network execs and conservative audiences alike. But it was this very willingness to confront and engage with controversial topics that endeared Night Court to its fans and cemented its legacy as a pioneering force in television history. The Bailiff Curse and Other Tragedies. The lore surrounding Night Court occupies a peculiar and somber niche, particularly due to the phenomenon that came to be known as the Bailiff Curse. The term arose from a series of tragic events that seemed to shadow the sitcom, casting a pall over its legacy of humor and irreverence. At its heart was the untimely deaths of two actresses who portrayed bailiffs on the show. Selma Diamond, the original sharp-tongued, diminutive bailiff Selma Hacker, brought a distinctive blend of acerbic wit and warmth to the courthouse.
You're sorry? Let me tell you something. Don't you ever pull any stunt like that again while I'm around here.
Her portrayal left an indelible mark on the series, providing a grounding presence amid the show's comedic escapades. But Diamond's tenure on Night Court was cut short when she succumbed to lung cancer in 1985 after only 2 seasons. Her passing was a profound loss to the cast and crew, who had come to regard her as an integral part of the show's heart and soul. The role of the bailiff was then passed to Florence Hallop, who stepped into the courthouse with the character Florence Kleiner. Hallop brought her own unique energy to the show, infusing the role with a blend of toughness and compassion. Yet, in a twist of fate that seemed to echo the loss of Diamond, Hallop, too, passed away from cancer just a year after joining the show. This second loss in quick succession lent credence to the whispers of a bailiff curse, a narrative thread that wove its way through discussions of the show's legacy. The mantle of the bailiff role eventually found a lasting bearer in Marsha Warfield, who played Roz Russell with a formidable presence and a sharp wit that became synonymous with the character. Warfield's tenure on the show brought stability to the role and dispelled the ominous cloud that the so-called bailiff curse had cast over the position. Her contributions helped to anchor the later seasons of Night Court, ensuring that the bailiff's role remained a cornerstone of the show's dynamic. The years following the conclusion of Night Court have seen the passing of other beloved cast members, each loss resonating through the show's extensive fan community. Harry Anderson, the charismatic magician judge at the heart of the series, passed away in 2018, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and a body of work that continues to be celebrated by fans and peers alike. Anderson's portrayal of Judge Harry T. Stone was a defining element of Night Court, embodying the show's blend of whimsy, compassion, and unorthodox justice. In 2021, the show's fans mourned the loss of Charles Robinson, who played the level-headed court clerk Mac Robinson. Charles Robinson's performance brought a sense of stability and sanity to the zany courtroom, and his passing marked another chapter in the ongoing story of the show's enduring impact on those who brought it to life. Later that year, Markie Post passed away. Post's character was a pivotal addition to the series, bringing depth and warmth to the courtroom's proceedings. Her passing was a sorrowful reminder of the passage of time and the finite nature of life. Troubles and triumphs in later seasons. As Night Court transitioned into its later seasons, it navigated a tumultuous landscape of creative upheavals and network decisions that tested the resilience of its cast and crew. The departure of Reinhold Weege, the show's creator and a driving force behind its unique blend of humor and heart, marked a significant turning point for the series. Weege's exit left a void that was deeply felt both behind the scenes and in the episodes that followed, with the show grappling to maintain the creative momentum it had had for audiences. Weege's departure ushered in a period of uncertainty and creative struggles for Night Court. The challenge of sustaining the show's original vision without its creator's guiding hand led to noticeable shifts in tone and direction. The writers and producers worked diligently to capture the essence of what made Night Court special, but Weege's absence was palpable. This transition period tested the adaptability of the show. Amid these creative endeavors, Night Court faced another unexpected hurdle: the surprise renewal for a 9th season. The cast and crew had approached the 8th season with the understanding that it would be their last, crafting storylines and character arcs that were meant to offer a sense of closure. The news of the renewal, while ostensibly a vote of confidence from the network, instead brought a mix of emotions. The cast in particular expressed frustrations with how the renewal and subsequent abrupt cancellation were handled. The anticipation of a definitive conclusion had been replaced with the challenge of extending the show's narrative, only to then have it cut short without the opportunity for a proper farewell. This 11th hour decision by the network left many feeling a sense of incompletion and a longing for a more fitting conclusion. But despite the tumult of its final seasons, Night Court continued to find success beyond its original run through syndication. The show's humor, characters, and unique premise found a new audience and rekindled affection among longtime fans. The legacy of Night Court and the affection held for its characters and stories were further celebrated in an unexpected reunion on the popular series 30 Rock. This homage not only paid tribute to the enduring influence of Night Court, but also provided a form of closure that had been elusive in the show's original conclusion. The reunion allowed fans and cast members alike to revisit the characters and dynamics that had made Night Court a standout series. Markie Post.
Oh, no, wait a minute, excuse me. Hold on, honey. I'm sorry to have to tell you that I cannot accept this promotion. Let's party all night and rock and roll all day!
Markie Post, a name synonymous with the golden era of television sitcoms, carved a niche for herself in the hearts of millions. Her journey from the bustling sets of game shows to the iconic courtroom of Night Court and beyond showcases her ability and her appeal. Born November 4, 1950, in Palo Alto, California, Marjorie Armstrong Markie Post was destined for the spotlight from a young age. Growing up in Walnut Creek, her early life was marked by an interest in the arts, fostered by a supportive family environment that encouraged her creative pursuits. Her father, Richard F. Post, a distinguished scientist, and her mother, Mary Lee Post, a poet, imbued in her a deep appreciation for both the sciences and the humanity. Her foray into the world of showbiz was not through acting, but rather behind the scenes of popular game shows. Working on productions like Split Second and Double Dare, Post honed her skills in the fast-paced environment of television production, gaining invaluable insights into the mechanics of show business. Her roles ranged from associate producer to card dealer, offering her a comprehensive view of the industry from many angles. It was her casting as public defender Christine Sullivan on Night Court that catapulted Post into the limelight. Joining the ensemble cast in the third season, Post brought to life a character that was both compassionate and fiercely intelligent, navigating the absurdities of the Night Court with grace and humor. Christine Sullivan was more than just a legal professional. She was the moral compass of the show, often serving as a foil to the zany antics of her colleagues. Post's portrayal was met with critical acclaim, earning her a spot in the hearts of viewers and solidifying her status as a television icon. Her chemistry with co-stars like Harry Anderson and John Larroquette was palpable, contributing to the show's success and its enduring legacy in the annals of American sitcoms. Post's tenure on Night Court marked a high point in her career and left a mark on the series, making Christine Sullivan one of the most beloved characters in television history. Following her departure from the show, Post continued to make significant strides in her career, seamlessly transitioning between various genres and roles. Her post-Night Court career saw her take on diverse characters, from appearances in action-packed dramas to roles in heartwarming Hallmark movies. Post's ability to adapt to different characters and settings underscored her talent and versatility. One of her most notable roles was in the film There's Something About Mary, where she played the mother of Cameron Diaz's character. This role showcased her comedic timing and ability to hold her own alongside a star-studded cast. In addition to her work in film and television, Post also returned to her roots in television production, taking on roles behind the camera. Her experience in the early stages in her career served her well, allowing her to contribute to the creative process from a more holistic perspective. At age 70, Markie Post's radiant light faded away on August 7, 2021, following a valiant and private battle with cancer. Her passing was a profound loss, not only to the entertainment industry, but also to those who knew her personally and cherished her warmth, humor, and generosity. Post's legacy is survived and celebrated by her loving family, including her husband, writer and producer Michael A. Ross, with whom she shared a deep and enduring partnership. Together, they raised two daughters, Kate Armstrong Ross and Daisy Schoenborn, imbuing their lives with the same spirit of kindness and creativity that Markie herself embodied. Little-known facts. While Night Court delighted audiences with its quirky humor and unforgettable characters, there's a treasure trove of lesser-known facts that add even more depth to the sitcom. Breaking the Mold, John Larroquette's Emmy sweep.
And the winner is John Larroquette, Night Court, NBC.
In the realm of television accolades, few achievements are as remarkable as John Larroquette's unprecedented winning streak at the Emmy Awards.
First and foremost, I would like to thank my wife, Elizabeth. God as I understand him, for allowing me one day at a time to realize that I can be of service in this world.
As the lovable yet lascivious prosecutor Dan Fielding on Night Court, Larroquette's comedic genius was undeniable. His masterful blend of timing, delivery, and character depth earned him the Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series 4 years in a row. This extraordinary feat highlighted not only his talent, but also the character's impact on the show's dynamic humor and success. But wary of the shadows cast by typecasting, Larroquette made the bold decision to withdraw his name from Emmy consideration after that. His proactive stance was a statement of artistic integrity, signaling his desire to explore a wider range of characters and avoid being pigeonholed into similar roles. Richard Moll's signature bald look. When Richard Moll stepped into the role of Nostradamus Bull Shannon, his towering stature wasn't the only thing that made him stand out in the bustling courtroom of Night Court. His distinctively bald head, which became synonymous with his characters, was actually the unintended aftermath of his involvement in a low-budget sci-fi movie. Moll's clean-shaven scalp was initially a requirement for his role in the film, a look far removed from the conventional TV personas of the time. However, this unexpected change caught the eye of Night Court producers during his audition, and they instantly saw it as a defining trait for the gentle giant Bailiff. They requested Moll maintain the bald look, a decision that would not only set Bull Shannon apart from his peers, but also endear him to audiences as an iconic figure on the show. Moll's serendipitous sci-fi role inadvertently gifted Night Court one of its most memorable visual trademarks, embedding his character in the annals of TV history. A tune that crossed genres. The iconic Night Court theme song, crafted by the talented composer Jack Elliott, not only set the tone for the comedic antics and heartfelt moments of the show, but also transcended television to make its mark in the music world. Its catchy, jazz-infused melody captured the essence of the show's setting and characters, becoming instantly recognizable to audiences. However, the theme's influence extended beyond the realm of sitcoms into the vibrant landscape of hip-hop. In 1998, the song found a new life when it was sampled in Horse and Carriage, a rap track by Cameron. This unexpected crossover highlighted the theme song's versatility and enduring appeal, demonstrating its ability to resonate with a diverse audience. The inclusion of Elliott's composition in a rap song not only paid homage to its jazz roots, but also celebrated the cultural impact of Night Court, showcasing how a piece of television history could seamlessly blend into the rhythm of urban music. The mystery of the unaired pilot. Before Night Court charmed audiences with its quirky blend of comedy and courtroom drama, there existed an unaired pilot that laid the foundation for the iconic series, yet differed significantly from the show fans came to love. This pilot served as a creative blueprint, introducing the concept of a nocturnal courtroom setting brimming with eccentric characters. But it showcased alternative casting choices and character dynamics that were later refined to better capture the show's unique comedic essence. The decision to not air this initial version was driven by a desire to fine-tune the series' tone and direction, ensuring that each character resonated with viewers and contributed to the dynamic interplay of personalities that would define Night Court. The existence of this unaired pilot remains a fascinating glimpse into the show's developmental process, highlighting the thoughtful evolution of a series poised to leave an indelible mark on sitcom history. John Astin's versatile cameos. John Astin, celebrated for his iconic role as Gomez Addams in The Addams Family, showcased his exceptional range as an actor through his dual appearances on Night Court, each character as distinct as day and night. Initially, Astin graced the courtroom in a guest role that could not have been further from his macabre Addams persona. His portrayal of a peculiar patient from a mental institution allowed him to explore a character characterized by confusion and vulnerability. Later in the series, Astin returned, this time in a recurring role as Buddy Ryan, the whimsically eccentric father of Judge Harry Stone. This character brought Astin back to familiar territory, allowing him to infuse Buddy with the peculiar charm and unpredictable humor reminiscent of Gomez Addams, yet distinctly tailored to Night Court's unique comedic landscape. Astin's ability to inhabit such varied roles within the same series not only highlighted his skills as an actor, but it also added layers of richness and unpredictability to the show's already diverse cast of characters. Now it's time to hear from you. Who was your favorite character on Night Court? And what's your favorite memory of Markie Post? Let us know in the comments section below.